What's up? What's up? What's up? So it is a Wednesday. What's up? What's up? It's nice to be here with you guys. So, how many of you want to make more sales in your DMs? How many of you want to make more sales in the DMs? Make sure to drop in, say hello, tell me where you're coming in from. So, my normal broadcast is later. It is somebody's birthday today in our house. Our son, our baby, just turned 21 today. So little changes today, but let's jump in. Say where you're coming in from. I see somebody saying hello. Not sure what your name is. It says Facebook user. But welcome to the broadcast. If you're excited to make more money in the DMs, drop in and say hello. Yes, thank you to the baby boy. Happy birthday to him. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to have some fun today. So we'll see how that rolls out. But today, I want to share with you 4 powerful ways to have more meaningful conversations to be able to make more sales in the DMs. Because let's face it, a lot of people are not using, the calling of the phone anymore. That's old sales. I mean, yes, they still work, and I do get on the phone, but a lot of it can now be done in the DMs. And it gets to be so simple, but people are struggling with this, right? People are struggling with this. So today we're going to talk about it. So we've never met. Hi, my name is Becky LaFave, better known as She's in Charge of Business. And consider showing up on every Wednesday. I go live at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, where I empower you to grow your brand, your influence, and your business right here on social media. So depending on where you're reaching me on, my personal page, my personal group, which She's in Charge of Business. If you're not in it yet, drop in group and we'll make sure that you get in there, or you're on my YouTube. And I'm even streaming from IG today. So welcome. I'm super excited that you're all here. And if you're catching me on the replay, what's up, replayers? Drop in and say hello that you caught me on the replay. So let me know. Drop a 1 below if you struggle with sales. Drop a 1 below if you struggle with sales, or 2, you're doing pretty good. 2, you're doing pretty good, but you would like to ramp it up more. Let me know where you're at in this conversation, because today I'm going to share with you 4 ways to have more meaningful conversation with prospects, because I see still to this day a lot of people coming in with these cold messages to, it's a cold message is somebody I don't even know, right? I don't even know you, and you're already offering me a business opportunity, or you're making money over here, join me. It's like, what is going on? This is all about building relationship. It doesn't matter if you're on the computer, right, around the world, or if you're out at some kind of meeting, a mastermind, or whatever, right? It's all the same. You've got to get to know people to do business. So real quickly, the best way to grow effectively is quality conversations. Quality conversations with your audience. That is the quickest way, right? That's the quickest way to be effective, is a quality conversation. And what I find is, what I'm going to share with you is how to create that conversation over in the DMs. Like, if you're like, yeah, Becky, I kind of do struggle with that. I mean, yes, I am an extrovert. I am an introvert as well. I've been noticing. I don't know if it's because of the way the world has went, but if you're more of an introvert, I would think that you would find this easier to have more conversations in the DMs. Let me know. What are you? Do you find it easy? Do you find it hard? Are you confused on what you should say? What's not enough? Let me know. Drop in the chat and let me know where you're at with this, because in the beginning, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of awkward, right? It's kind of awkward. But once you get to really learn how to do this, It is so much easier. You feel so much comfortable. You're creating a safe place. That's what you're doing. A safe place for you and a safe place for that other person to really connect and feel comfortable and be able to trust you. Does that sound like what you want to do, right? Does that sound like something you want to do? Drop a 3 below or your favorite emoji below and let me know if that's you. Okay, so let's start. Number one, how to make more sales in the DM is asking meaningful questions. Right now, how do I do this? Like you always hear this, ask meaningful questions. This part is so easy that how I do it is really, I use a method called 3 by 3 by 3. Okay, it's a 3 by 3 by 3 method. If you don't know it, I actually teach this in my social media toolbox. So if you would like more information on the social media toolbox, drop in toolbox and let me know, because this is so powerful. And this is my lower end. Like I used to never give this up. This was in my Branding Academy program for my high paying clients. And I made this more accessible for people. And so if you want to learn more about this toolbox, this will give you exactly what I'm sharing with you today in more detail about this. So if you're on here and you have the toolbox, drop in if you love the toolbox, because this really is a game changer for your business. This really opens up your eyes to a lot more that you could be utilizing on your social media. So how do I use this? Well, I use this 3 by 3 method to warm up my audience, okay? Warm them up. So I can have more of a private conversation that it feels like this person already knows me before I even said hi in the DMs. Like, seriously. This is how I make more sales daily. And it doesn't matter what you've got going on. This method works for everybody that's using social media. And so, and it's really true. You don't feel spammy. They really feel like they even know you. That's the crazy thing about this method. They even feel like they know you. So how many of you right now would love to feel like before you even got into the DMs that people already feel like they know you? And you're like, Becky, how is that even possible? Well, with this simple system that I share with you, the 3 by 3 method, it literally feels that way to them and to you personally too, because you actually know more about what's going on in their life. Okay. So listen, everybody wants an easy button. There is no easy button. There is work involved in this, right? There's work in any kind of relationship. Who's married? Drop a 5 below if you're married and tell me, is it work? Every day, right? I've been married. It's going on. It'll be 32 years this May. Yes, 32 years. How long have you been married? If you're married, drop it and let me know. 32 years. And has there been some ups and downs? Girl, yeah. But has it been really great? Because yes, it's work. We worked on it every single day. So your business is the same way. Building conversations, creating conversations, doing all that is work. It's building that trust factor, that personal relationship with somebody, really listening to your potential buyers. Like how many really listen? Okay. Number 2, ways to get in on the DMs when having more meaningful conversation, connecting at a deeper level. I find that so many people are just surface. And here's the cool thing. Asking more questions and having them elaborate on what they're talking about is going deeper, right? Not just surface, right? We all know how to do surface, but I find that a lot of people don't know how to go deeper. My dog Stella's in the room, so if you hear her, she's trying to bug me. She needs attention today. So, you really want to, ask more meaningful questions in a way that have them elaborate on the question that they're talking about. Because listen, people always like to talk about themselves, right? People love to talk about themselves. Have you ever found that? So less about you, more about them. and you're going to go more meaningful and deeper on that conversation. I promise you. And with that 3x3 method, you will already know how to elaborate and go deeper on the question. That's the cool thing. Okay. So make sure that you're elaborating and going deeper with that question. So there's an open question. So that goes into number 3. When listening well in the DMs, right? Practice active listening. There's a difference with active listening and just listening. You know what I mean? Like if your husband or your kids are talking to you and you're like, and you're doing this number, and you've got a video going on over here, or the TV's over here, or you're like, oh, I'm going to take this time out, and your husband's driving, and you're having conversations and he's trying to talk to you or whatever, you're not actively listening. So what I mean by active listening is before you respond to that person, we always want to quickly respond to people. And really, when you're actively listening, you have to listen to what they're not saying to you, or what they're really saying to you, right? Is another way of just, if you really pay attention to what they're saying, you'll really hear what they're not saying, right? And you have to realize that we are just humans on the other side. Like, how many of you feel like sometimes people don't even treat you like a human just because it's social media? They don't even treat you like you're a human anymore, right? So if you're practicing listening, I guarantee you, when you really hear the other person, what they're saying, and you can read between the lines, and you can really empathize. I never can say that. It never flows out of my mouth. So sorry if I'm like sounding like a, ding dong here, but that's the truth. People really want to feel like a human. They don't want to feel sold to. They want to feel like you listen to them. And then guess what? Going into the number 4 of creating more sales in your DMs with meaningful conversations is this. You have now created a safe, comfortable place for when they see something that you're offering, or when you're having that conversation, because let's face it, most sales don't happen on the first conversation. We already know this, but a lot of us expect it. It's like, well, they didn't say yes to me, so wash off and going on to the next. No, if you're not following up and having more meaningful conversations, why would somebody want to do business with you, right? Now, a lot of times it might feel like, for me anyway, like my email will say, you sold something today. So-and-so bought this today. So-and-so bought. It's because I've been putting in the work, and I do an offer or I showcase something, and they don't need to have a conversation with me. They just go and buy. Right? So you actually will get to that point. But when you're first starting out in your business, that's not always likely. You got to build this meaningful conversations. You got to build this trust, but it doesn't have to take a long time. Good morning, Nancy. Hello, hello. So, this doesn't have to take a long time. This can be really quick to build conversations if you do all these 4 things that I just shared with you, right? If you do all these 4 things, people will show up, feel heard, they will buy from you. And, yes, right? Nancy's very true, right? Nancy's a great example of, she knows all about the toolbox. I was sharing the method of 3x3, the toolbox, and how it is a game changer for your business. And so, your products or service, listen, not everybody wants. Okay, we think everybody wants our products or service. You're looking for the humans that want it. Not everybody does, but if you're practicing building these conversations all over social media, you're building your personal group, you've got them in your email list. If you don't have an email list, you need to get an email list. We need to talk immediately. If you don't have an email list, drop in if you have an email list, or no, I don't have an email list. Let me know, because this is something that, in 2023, it is so important. You no longer can just rely on social media to build your business. Okay. So here's the moral of the story. General conversation general conversation, meaningful conversations, deep listening, ask the right questions, learn that 3x3 method because it works. I started utilizing this method a couple of years ago when I was in network marketing, turned more coaching now, but it doesn't matter what industry you're in, it works. And I built, 50, I recruited 50 people in my company, sold over 200 products, of my personal, and I bring on coaching clients all the time. I have this toolbox for sale. I have different things, and this is how I do it. So if you're really serious about growing your business, drop in toolbox, because this is something that, like, listen, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. If you don't have it, it's a game changer. So if you want the toolbox, drop in toolbox and I'll make sure that you get the link to check it out. All right, you guys, as always, thank you so much for being here. And if you share this broadcast, I always forget to mention this, but if you share this broadcast, guess what can happen? You share this broadcast, you get a chance to get a gift card, because listen, when you share information like this to other people out there that are learning and wanting to grow, it just says you're a stand-up human. You care about others. And in the world that we live in today is all about collaboration. You never know who's going to meet who. And that's how you make sales today. So if you're not a stingy human, people share and, help others today more than ever. And that's the place that I want to be a part of. All right, you guys, as always, thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Ciao.